So have you ever typed a simple, maybe a 5-word prompt into a modern AI search engine and just marveled at how fast you get this perfectly comprehensive answer? It feels like magic, right? But spoiler alert, there is an incredible illusion at play here. That single question didn't just go into a database and pull up a file. No, it quietly multiplied into dozens of parallel searches in the literal blink of an eye. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to unpack exactly how modern search engines are pulling off this trick and, honestly, why it changes absolutely everything about how we create content for the web.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the hidden AI search magic. 2, how query fanout actually works. 3, the 8 types of subqueries. 4, the big SEO shift. And finally, 5, how to optimize right now. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The hidden AI search magic, turning one question into many. For the longest time, we really thought of search engines as literal filing cabinets. You type in a label, it hands you the matching file. Boom, done. But guys, that era is entirely over. Today's search engines act way more like intelligent research assistants that actually investigate the true intent behind your words. And this isn't just some SEO theory, it's a confirmed architectural shift. Listen to this quote from Elizabeth Reed, Google's head of search from the Google I/O 2025 keynote. She explicitly stated that their system recognizes when a question needs deeper reasoning, and then it issues many searches simultaneously. That public confirmation, it instantly establishes the incredibly high stakes for anyone running a website today. The fundamental rules of how your content is found have totally changed.
The industry actually has a specific name for this phenomenon. It's called query fanout. Coined and popularized by Mike King of iPullRank, this term perfectly describes the visual idea, right? A single central question fanning out into this massive web of supporting subqueries. It's the process where AI systems take your one question, spin up multiple related searches in parallel, and then stitch all those findings together into one cohesive conversational answer, all before you even realize what happened.
Moving on to Section 2. How query fanout works, behind the curtain of AI search.
Let's look at the mechanical breakdown of exactly how this invisible multiplication happens in mere milliseconds. According to some really detailed breakdowns from Search Engine Land, this hidden process generally follows 5 distinct stages. First up is decomposition. The AI studies your query to identify its core subject and constraints. Second is expansion. It expands that intent into multiple related subqueries. Essentially, the follow-up questions a real human would ask. Third, execution. It runs all of those searches simultaneously, in parallel, so you aren't left waiting around. Fourth is synthesis. This is where a large language model swoops in, reviews everything, resolves any contradictions, and organizes the findings. And finally, contextual result generation. It delivers one clean, synthesized answer with citations rather than just that traditional list of blue links we're used to.
And hey, if you're wondering if this is just some crazy SEO conspiracy theory, it's absolutely not. It's literally written into the code and the law. While the SEO industry calls it fanout, Google's actual patents call this exact process query variant generation, as seen in patent US 11663-201 B2. There's also another recent patent from December 2024 that calls it thematic search. This proves that this isn't just a temporary experiment. No, this is documented, patented behavior sitting at the absolute core of modern search tech.
It's also super crucial to realize this isn't just a Google phenomenon. Almost every major platform uses a variation of this exact technique. They treat a user's prompt as a starting point, not a complete instruction. Google uses it in AI mode and Gemini. ChatGPT uses a documented process called query rewriting. Perplexity was actually famous for visibly showing this exact multi-step search process right on the screen. Microsoft Copilot uses an iterative version to dig through Bing's index. And even Grok uses a constrained version specifically to verify facts against authoritative sources.
Section 3. 8 types of subqueries, exploring every angle. Now that we know that AI is generating all these invisible questions on our behalf, we kind of need to ask, what exactly is it searching for? Well, let's look at a highly relatable, real-world example that brilliantly illustrates the concept. Imagine someone searches for best cleanser for teenage girls with oily skin. The system doesn't just look for that exact phrase. Oh no, it generates equivalent queries like best face wash. It creates follow-up queries asking if oily teenage skin needs a foaming or gel cleanser. It runs specification queries looking for acne-prone solutions, or even language translation queries to check international sources. Without the user ever typing a single extra word, the AI invisibly explores every single facet: ingredients, age appropriateness, skin types, the whole shebang.
Section 4. The big SEO shift. Why this changes everything.
This brings us
to a massive paradigm shift. If you're a digital marketer or you practice answer engine optimization or generative engine optimization, the rules of the game have literally just been flipped upside down. Check out this stark contrast. Traditional keyword research. That was all about targeting a single search term. You picked a keyword, stuffed it in your metadata, and optimized a single page for that exact phrase. Under query fanout, that strategy completely falls apart. Modern AI systems are evaluating whether your page answers the entire cluster of related questions and implied intents. A single comprehensive page that answers the primary question and all those invisible subqueries stands a way better chance of being cited than a page that's just hyper-focused on one single keyword.
Now, what's really fascinating here is this massive 52% statistic. According to AISEO's 2025 research, only 52% of the sources cited inside Google AI overviews rank in the traditional top 10 organic results. I mean, really think about what that means. A single, well-structured paragraph buried deep inside a longer article can earn a citation even if the whole page isn't ranking number one. Passage-level relevance can now beat overall page authority. Ranking number one just isn't a guarantee of being cited in the AI answer anymore. Wild, right?
Section 5. How to optimize now. Practical sanity in an AI world.
So what do we actually do about all this? It's time for some practical sanity. There's a lot of panic-driven advice out there right now, so let's start by busting a few myths so you don't waste your time. We're going to stick directly to what Google's own documentation advises, and their guidance is refreshingly direct about what not to do. Do not artificially chunk your content into weird fragments. Do not obsess over creating special machine-readable files like glms.txt, because honestly, Google Search doesn't even use them for rankings. And most importantly, do not create dozens of thin, near-duplicate pages for every conceivable query variation. They consider that spam. At the end of the day, optimizing for AI search is still just optimizing for a really great human search experience.
Furthermore, trying to game the exact subqueries is a total waste of time. Look at this finding from Surfer SEO. Only 27% of synthetic subqueries stay stable across repeated searches. Because the underlying AI generates these probabilistically, the exact wording changes from run to run. Chasing exact fan-out phrases in a spreadsheet is like building a house on shifting sand. You have got to focus on the themes, not the exact keywords.
So the crucial point here is to stick to a grounded strategy. First, build genuine topical depth. Map out every logical follow-up question before you even start writing. Second, structure your content with clearly answerable, descriptive headings so the AI can easily extract passages. Third, lean heavily into comprehensive pillar pages surrounded by topic clusters. Fourth, mine real customer language from forums and reviews so you are answering the questions people actually have. And finally, prioritize absolute accuracy and verification. Why? Because these AI systems are desperately looking for high-quality, trustworthy sources to prevent hallucinations.
Query fanout has fundamentally changed the landscape. The old way of mapping one keyword to one web page is totally dead, replaced by a system that instantly explores a web of curiosities on behalf of the user. Which leaves us with one incredibly important question to ask ourselves about the content we create moving forward. Is your content built for a single keyword or an entire conversation? Keep that in mind next time you hit publish. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.